Yeah, I mean, if we could go back to, when you got started, when the Jackson 5 got started, I was going to ask Michael how they fitted into the Motown setup.
Michael, how did you fit into the Motown setup?
We were doing a show at the Regal Theater in Chicago, and it was like a talent show type of thing, and we won. And Gladys Knight was there, as well as a guy named Bobby Taylor, and they told Motown about us. And Motown was interested in seeing us audition for them. So we went to Berry Gordy's mansion estate in Detroit, indoor pool, and all the Motown stars were there, from the Supreme, the Temptations, the Marvelette, the Miracles. And we auditioned, and they loved it. And Diana Ross came over to us special, after the concert we did for them. And she kissed us all and said we were marvelous. And she said she wanted to play a special part in our career. And that's how it started. And we did our first single, I Want You Back. It was gold, as well as ABC, The Love You Save, Never Can Say, on and on and on. And that's how it started.
And was it particularly, I noticed that like Smokey Robinson was a vice president, but was it he or say Berry Gordy who was particularly, looking after the band?
Was Berry Gordy particularly looking after you guys?
Berry was the main overseer of the Jacksons. He was the main manager. He was the head of our whole career at Motown. Berry Gordy, as the world knows, owns Motown Records. And he only managed two people in the whole history of Motown. That was the Supremes and the Jackson 5. And so he was the main, force behind us, as well as my father and mother.
Because the Jacksons actually joined at a time when Motown was going through some changes. And, it's just like, I suppose, in 1970, I just wonder whether Michael had any sense that they were kind of, the leading lights at the time, that, while other people had left the label and things like that.
In 1970, were you guys the leading light? Like other groups and things were leaving Motown, and they were going through changes, and you guys.
Right. Yes, that's true. We weren't aware of it at the time. We were so excited of being at the company. We lived with Berry Gordy. Half of us lived with Berry for a year and a half, and the other half lived with Diana Ross. Berry lived, at the top of the hill, and Diane lived just like a block away. That was a big thrill, for us. We enjoyed it so much, and we didn't think about, the stressful years at Motown, but we just were doing so well that we just enjoyed ourselves so much. We had a big tour and just everything we wanted.
Being so young, were they able to have much control over their own career and the kind of music they did, the kind of songs?
Since you guys were so young, did you have much control over your music and the kind of songs that you wanted to pick and things to sing?
No. We mainly did what they had us to do, what they told us. We did have some say-so in the way a song should go or blah, blah. But it was mainly what Berry wanted us to do, and it was always good.